Hi, everybody. This is day 9 of Imagine a Miracle Every Day. And it's November the 3rd. It's going to be for November the 3rd. And the chapter that we're going to imagine is Luke 6 6 to 10, verses 6 to 10. So I just want to give a quick heads up about what we're doing here is we are taking time to actually imagine and portray the characters in these verses as though we are the characters. So when you're reading, you're not going to be just reading, you're going to be actually reading and then imagining in your mind that you are Jesus when he says something. Also, you can imagine that you're the people that he's talking to. You can imagine that you are the recipient to who the miracle is happening to, all of the scene of what's going on. You want to see that in your own mind so that you start to activate and broaden your imagination so that that power starts coming through you and into your world and affairs. So let's go ahead and start because this is a juicy one. Like I said, it starts here. And it came to pass also on another day that he entered into the synagogue and taught. So here you're going to see that there is a synagogue where Jesus goes in and he's going to be teaching. And there was a man whose right hand was withered. So you want to be able to see that in the synagogue, there's other people, and that there's a man in there whose one hand, his right hand, is withered. So you want to see that in your mind. So you can create that scene in your mind. You're going to be looking out there, and you're going to see that man. And what happens next is that the scribes and the Pharisees watched him, whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. So when you're imagining this, imagine there are people there who are having the attitude of not really being like all for Jesus. They're against him with this kind of attitude where they want to catch him doing something wrong. And but he knew their thoughts. Now this is important because Jesus was telepathic, very sensitive, always tuned into spirit. And you want to understand that when he was in that synagogue, he was in touch with the invisible realm. He's in touch with the spirit realm. So you can see him like being in there, and he knows that the people are thinking what they're thinking. So when he knew their thoughts, he said to the man which had the withered hand, "Rise up and stand forth in the midst." And which is really great. So you got to see that the man gets up, he goes and stands there. He doesn't know what's going to happen. You can imagine him with a look on his face. And you can imagine the rest of the people are looking as well. They're like, what is going on here? And he arose and stood forth. Then said Jesus unto them, I will ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it? So now we're not here to analyze some of the scriptures, but what we want to do is we just want to imagine that he's standing there and that you're him and you're looking around at them and you told the man to stand over there, and then you're saying, hey, is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil? It, to save life or to destroy it? And looking around upon them all, he said unto the man, so you got to imagine yourself looking around at all of them, and what do you say to the man? He says to the man, stretch forth thy hand. So he commands the man to stretch forth his hand. And he did so. And his hand was restored whole as the other. So here's another important thing is that what you want to do is you want to imagine that you're able to see the man standing there with his hand withered, And then when he stretches it forth, I can see it in my mind every time I read this. It transforms, just like in the movies where you see stuff like that happen all the time. It transforms into a whole perfect hand, the same way his other hand looks. Is restored whole as the other. And this is an amazing miracle if you practice imagining this particular miracle to when you can really see that hand transform in your mind, you're going to be opening up a real command of your own imagination. Again, this is day 9, November the 3rd, 2023. Imagine a miracle every day. Luke 6, chapter 6, verses 6 through 10. And create miracles in your own life. Open up your imagination. Believe and you will receive, and enjoy your day. And until tomorrow, we'll see you.